Yo, what is up, everybody? It is DZ Sports Talk here. Today, I'm coming at you with another video. Today, I am discussing the Taylor Decker news and the Tua Tagovailoa rumors going around about him being traded, and what the hell the Lions are doing and what they need to do. Um, so there's this news that came out about Taylor Decker possibly out for the year with a finger injury. So first, they said it maybe be a few weeks and he'd be out for punching a bag too hard. And now there's news about him possibly being out for the year to week 6. A finger injury. I've never heard of that. There's clearly more to this. I think there's something they're not telling us. I don't know. Unless this is just the worst finger injury of all time and it's nerve damage and it's going to his hand. Like I don't want to call Taylor Decker not tough or anything, but there's got to be something else here. And then like two of our best offensive linemen, two of our best players, Frank Ragnow out with a toe injury after he played with a fractured throat last year. Now Taylor Decker out with a finger injury. Like, what the hell is going on here? Um, and now it's Penei Sewell. They drafted him to be a right tackle. Is now playing left tackle through 6 weeks, possibly maybe for the year. I don't know what the hell is going on. Are they going to move him back to right when he comes back? What do they do with Decker after this year if he misses the entire year? I don't know. Maybe Taylor Decker wants out. That could be a possibility. He's playing on a terrible team. There's really no point for him to play this year, I guess. Like, we're in 0-16, but he just signed a 4-year contract. He's 20 years old. He's in his prime. Maybe they're looking to trade him, which I think would be absolutely the smart thing to do. That's just the way the timeline is going to be working. We might have to trade Decker. But if he's out for the year and there is an injury, we can't trade him now. So we might have to trade him next year. Maybe his value goes down a little bit because he hasn't played for an entire year. So that kind of sucks. But I think we need to build up more draft capital. I don't know if we have enough. I mean, we had 2 first round picks, but I mean, we might get the first overall pick. We might get the 32nd overall pick, which is that'd be pretty hilarious for the Lions. But I mean, all of our assets. I mean, that's why I mentioned in my video a couple weeks ago, trade Taylor Decker, trade TJ Hawkinson, trade DeAndre Swift. By the time by the time we're good, those guys are looking for their next contract, big contract. And I mean, running backs, like I said about Swift, I mean, their shelf life is very short. We're wasting his prime right now, and I just don't think it's worth it to have on the team. So that Taylor Decker injury, I have no idea what the hell is going on with that. There's got to be more to the story. There's got to be more that they're not telling us, and we need to do something about it. But there's this news coming out about Tua Tagovailoa possibly being traded with the Deshaun Watson deal with Texans. Houston already says they don't want him. The reports came out that the Washington football team was going to be the third team in that, and reports say that that's all BS. Same with Denver Broncos, that's all BS too. So apparently no one wants Tua, but it's really hard to judge how good he is. He looked really good against the Jaguars last week, throwing for over 300 yards, but that was his best week. That's one of his best games of the career, and that was against one of the terrible teams. He has a 73 PFF grade this year. And I mean, his stats are pretty underwhelming. The Dolphins are pretty bad. Their best receiver is Jalen Waddle, and he's getting like 10 catches for 80 yards a game. I don't know what they're doing with that trade. They trade down and they passed up on Devontae Smith to get Waddle. I mean, that's just not a good move for them. But if you're the Lions, do you make the trade for Tua? I don't know how much he's going to be worth. Could it be a fourth? Could be a third, a second, a first? What are they looking for? We do have the Rams late first to give up, but I really wouldn't want to give up a first round for Tua. Um, I'd give up a third. But I would definitely not give up a first. I'm a little bit nervous on him. His injury history, the fact that he's not a natural lefty, which is weird. That whole thing is weird. But apparently no one wants him. And on the Lions, they need to make a damn move because they have always been scared of doing stuff. They've always said, "Oh, what if this? What if that?" They're scared to make moves. They're scared to have to go after guys who have a little controversy about them. And we have a completely new regime, new minds in there, and they seem to be smart. Brad Holmes, Dan Campbell, and all the other guys. Do they think they like Tua? Because this Jared Goff thing is absolutely not working out. He might be the worst starting quarterback in the NFL, which coming in this year, I was one of the open-minded guys saying, "Oh, give everyone lay off on Goff. He's not that bad. Give him a chance." But this dude is completely horse crap. Um, he can't make a read. He can't throw the ball more than 5 yards down the field. And when there is a guy open 5 yards on the field, he doesn't make the throw. He runs. He can't escape pocket. He keeps fumbling the ball. He's a turnover machine. The dude is garbage. So we can't endure that for another year. I know we restructured his contract for a 2-year, but we cannot deal with that, in my opinion. Granted, he doesn't have the best weapons, but I mean, I was at the game sadly on Sunday against the Bengals, and I'm seeing plenty of receivers open, and he just takes the 2-yard check down every time, and it's so frustrating. Um, so I don't know if we can include Goff in that trade to Miami and eat up the contract. I'd rather eat up the contract than have this dude start. And honestly, like I know David Blau sucked when Stafford was gone, but I'd rather see David Blau out there. Like at least you don't like hate the guy. This guy Goff's getting paid $30 million to do exactly what David Blau can do, and David Blau has something to prove. So why not let him throw down the field? I bet he throw down the field more than Goff. So if I'm the Lions, I'd definitely be calling and picking up the phone asking how much he would be worth. Uh, there was reports when he got drafted that his family didn't want him to come to Detroit, which I do not blame them. But if the Lions don't decide to trade for Tua and they rock with Jared Goff the rest of this year, we're really going to have to look for another quarterback next year. And I think the Lions, I think Dan Campbell, I think Brad Holmes, and I think every fan needs to realize that Jared Goff cannot play on this team next year. He I don't know if he can improve a little bit more this year, if he can get in the right headspace, because he just seems so lost out there, and it doesn't look like at all the same Jared Goff in the Rams. And I know his team was miles better than it is now, but he needs to realize we're on the Lions, we're a shitty team, but do something you can to make this team win. Like stop throwing 2-yard checkdowns. It's not the only guy open. I don't want to hear that anymore. There's guys plenty open. Sometimes you just got to make the right throw. It's so frustrating. And if they don't trade for Tua, if they keep Goff the rest of this year, they really need to look for a quarterback in the next round. And I know so many people are down on the quarterbacks this year, including me, but there's guys out there, Sam Howell, Malik Willis, maybe Matt Corral. I mean, we gotta wait this season out. We gotta see what happens at the draft combine, at the pro day, what they're looking like, because all the top quarterbacks are not on very great teams this year. And so it's really hard to figure out what they are, who they are. Like Malik Willis, he's playing for Liberty. I mean, like Sam Howell, he lost all of his NFL talent. He's still playing pretty well. He's throwing 300 yards a game. He's getting a lot of touchdowns. He's mobile. I've said it time and time again, he's still my favorite quarterback in the draft class. I think he will be a good NFL QB, but I just don't know if we're willing to spend a high first round pick on him. I don't think I would do that. But if we can somehow maybe trade up with the Rams pick to get him QB in the mid round, or if someone falls to us, I won't be mad at that. But that's why I want to get more draft capital, because we have so many holes to fill, including QB. And the longer we kick the can down the road, the worse it's going to be for us. We cannot continue with Goff. So that's why I say trade Taylor Decker. But now his fingers somehow has him out for the entire year. I've never heard of that. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Be uploading a lot more consistently. This is DZ Sports Talk. Peace out.